Voiceover Cole here. Today we are in Omaha, Nebraska at one of the Brass Armadillo antique shops. So first time being here, I do know my good friend Katie at Blue Wildflower Vintage has a glass case here, so super excited to check that out. Speaking of glass cases, we are starting with them today. There are rows upon rows, jam-packed with lots of vintage goodness. Obviously, me being me, I'm looking for some vintage toys. Spot this amazing tin litho set. Never see that complete. A Harold Gale Santa, really sweet, and some other cute Easter kitsch, which is always nice to see throughout the year, honestly. Spotted this cute like spaghetti poodle lamp. Oh my gosh. And yeah, it is really quite a fun game of I Spy when you come into one of these shops. I've been into the Iowa Des Moines Brass Armadillo, but this was the first time like I said, had been here. So this one, I will say, honestly, out of the two, I think was my favorite for the variety of items I had. I will note that a lot more of the items here spot that awesome Rushton. He was only a whopping $500. Is going to be a little bit higher in the collector pricing. I did pick up that little Beatles wannabe guy. And I did notice the Iowa one was a little bit closer to being able to resell. Granted, both really fun. I did want to note the Omaha one, I think personally has a better selection of vintage items. Granted, you are going to be paying up for them, but definitely worth the visit, hands down, boots, house down. But spot some cute little purple cows, some jadeite, more cute Christmas kitsch, baseball cards, which I have no idea about, some awesome old new stock packaging, other little trinkets. This voiceover is probably going to be one of my most chaotic because I am just going with it today. Spot that wonderful set of candy cane little ones, some vintage Barbie, anthropomorphic guys. Oh my gosh. Gooseberry galore, always on the hunt for. I had never seen this very rare gooseberry set. Let me know if you have in the comments. Some more anthropomorphic vegetables, which I love to pick up to put in my own collection and also resell. Some of my favorites with a face. Did spot these awesome old new stock bowling shirts, even though it, from my memory serves me right, it looks like somebody like hemmed them really short, but I could be wrong. Did spot some awesome Care Bear plush, a little bit newer than I usually pick up, but if I find them at a good deal, I'll pick up some cute retro 80s toys for sure. More ceramics, some head vases, spot that cute little blow mold Easter bunny. He was really cute, some Cupid dolls. And I think we were still honestly on the first row. Did love all of these wind-up toys. I don't think I've seen so many with boxes in quite some time. Kind of partial to the smoking bunny, honestly. The cool tiger, honestly, looking back at it, he was pretty cool. And did love all of these Fisher-Price little people toys. Always love to see a full collection, and I honestly had not seen some of these in real life. And here is my wonderful friend Katie's little glass cabinet. Did pick up a treasure from her. As you can see, she loves the kitsch as much as I do. Ended up picking up that cute little turtle down there. But shout out to her. She was one of my very first buyers when I started selling on Instagram, and absolutely so proud of her for starting to resell herself. Check out all of this jadeite. Honestly, looking back at it, I think some of it was repro, but ended up finding some cute little birthday cards. I'm always a super huge fan of like anything space kitsch, astronaut kitsch related, but a lot to flip through truly. And I probably should have started with a wide view, but here we go. I mean, there are just like rows and rows of cases. Have no idea who that doll was, but she gave me the spooks, but kind of live for her. And a cute little lamb chop puppet, which I've seen a couple of times. And here's a lot more like Fenton, other like glass pieces that I have no idea about, TBH, but do love all of the little birthday month angels. And a ton of fairy lamps, which also don't know too much about. We have some in the house, but did spot that cute pose doll. I do know a lot about those. Did love the candy setup that they had. Each like row is a different like street name, I do believe. Correct me if I'm wrong. But did spot some cool trolls. Granted, a little bit more on the contemporary side than I pick up, but still always fun to see any kind of collection. Always had my way down to a toy booth. Did spot these in-box paper doll Barbies. Really sweet. They did have a lot of wear and tear, and honestly, just the kin, not worth it for me to pick up for resale, but still fun nonetheless. Just wanted to give an overview. This one is definitely jammed packed. Did love this very kind of like boho 70s booth. Really fun. Did want to spot this cute little sun rubber lamb. He was like 35, I think, which was honestly pretty close to retail. Did love the blow mold bunnies and Halloween items, and another really good like 70s inspired booth, which I'm always super drawn to. Love the swag lamps, and oh my gosh, look at these chairs. And it's so funny, I see this embroidered piece and I know my friend Katie literally just picked it up, so shout out again to you, Katie. That was a really cool find. Did love these kind of, I think they were more 80s, but loved the vibes of these prints. Actually found a few of these and don't mind the finger in the corner. Did pick up this cute little bottle doll, love those. And of course, I was really drawn to this booth with being so filled with kitsch and toys. Check out that little macrame owl hanger. Honestly, he wasn't so small, so he was pretty cool. I think I have one or two of those in the Etsy shop. All right, I think this is like a day or so later, but now we are in Des Moines, Iowa at the other one, which I have actually been to this brass armadillo like two visits ago. Got a lot of fun stuff, so thought I would show it again. Like I said, I tend to find a little bit better deals at this one, but you do have to do a little bit more hunting. But again, they do have some great glass cases. Any antique store that does, that's one of my favorite things to go through. I actually just ended up getting a glass case at the antique store I had my booth at. So I did spot some cute little strawberry shortcakes. They were pretty close to retail, but still fun to see nonetheless. I'll really only pick those up like dirt cheap, TBH. Again, 80s, don't pick up too often. And strawberry shortcake, they are pretty fun. So did spot the little chomper holders. Again, more glass cases, more tin litho toys. Some of these are really incredible. Have not seen some of these before. Loved these little, I think these were Joseph Originals. I do have one of these little big-eyed ones for November since that's my birth month. Got some swung vases, which I honestly never attempt to even look at. They terrify me. I might pick up one or two eventually for my own collection, but they just don't give me the thrill like Kitsch does. Did love the Sky Dancer. Throwback to those if anyone remembers. They were a little bit before my time, but I remember they came out with like repros when I was younger. Always loved looking at the Pyrex. I'm a big gooseberry / pink Pyrex fan, and always great to see vintage Christmas in package. Oh my gosh, it gets harder and harder each year to find some of it. Oops, focus please. But it's always such a joy to see so much in one place. Some more tin litho toys. The Midwest has a bunch. Did pick up these anthropomorphic shakers. Absolutely love. They were a great price. Some more glass. Love how I just kind of skip over it. I did do a toy history video on these cuties, which I didn't know they made the jumbo size. I've only really seen the tinier size, so that was really cool. And some cute, I think these were from the 80s, little anthropomorphic plush, some Sesame Street, and oh my gosh, this is a keeper. Love that pajama bag. Did see some head vases, some really fun ones actually, but most of them were marked about retail. Loved her. She was also a head vase. And again, another groove-tastic booth wanted to show off. Definitely given those 70s vibes. But I will say I am such a fan of the effort that goes into setting up all of these booths. It truly is wonderful to see. As well as these ginormous, like, I think these were Lee Big Eyes, as well as the Chalkware fruit, which I have in my own collection. Always gotta love a squeak and a rubber face and a celluloid face doll. And check out this old McDonald's fit. Oh my gosh. Little fun fact, McDonald's was my first ever job, so I think I'm always kind of a little partial. I need to start a little McDonald's collection, TBH. But great wall decor, as you can see, more 70s groovy vibes. Honestly, I could totally live here if you would let me. And here are some of the finds I found here, and see ya in the next.